reports, and we start with Waipuna Halswell-Hornby-Riccarton Community Board, Mike Mora, Chair, and Helen Broughton, Deputy Chair. Thank you.
Good morning, Leanne and councillors and our journalism students. Thank you. I didn't realise that I had it up on the screen here anyway, but thanks for the opportunity to present our report, and I apologise for not being at the last meeting, and because I was at the ECAN meeting on the same issue that you've just heard from. So the no Part A's, and at our last meeting we did talk about culture galore, and since then it's, we've had that at Ray Blank Park, and just want to say yet again what a wonderful event it is, and it's a great partnership between our community board and our neighbours. So yeah, Fennelton, Waimari, Harewood Community Board. So we've got an easier name. So the Hornby Centre. So we had the blessing of that recently, and there's a. Can we click on the photo for that, please? Whoever's clicking. No, the one with Jimmy with his arms outstretched.
No, that was in the last presentation.
Yeah.
I think she just put it on the wall.
So I've got a photo of him here in our area report, so I just thought I'd mention that. So we're really, really pleased to see work commenced on that. So it's going to be a journey, but it's a good journey. The first step's always the best. No, it's not. It's the last step that's the best, when it's opened and people are actually using it. So we're really, really looking forward to that. It's long overdue in our ward. And there's another thing that's happening too about the hydrotherapy pool. There's funds being raised within the community and the wider community, so that we get everything if we can in this build. So we're extracting external funds and support from around Christchurch, wider Christchurch and stuff to actually get the whole lot. So we really look forward to that. And matters of interest, we had a good meeting with our, if we click on the Night Stream School, please. Yeah, Night Stream School. So Night Stream School hosted our community board for our last board meeting there, and that was very good to get out in the community. It was well accepted by the community, and so that's, yeah, we're going to be doing a bit more of that this term as well. We're following in the footsteps of our Cashmere Spraydon community board. So, and after that we had the meeting on the a meeting about the residents' concerns about the John Patterson, the Richmond Ave and the John Patterson intersection, and there's been a lot of emails flying around about that for quite some time. We did have a meeting straight when the road first opened, and then we've had another meeting since then to see how the effects were, because coming from a motorway into a 40k area is quite an issue. So we just really wanted to hear what the community have said. The staff came and did an excellent presentation of the issues, how they were seen, and they're going to come back with, they listened to the public, they're going to come back with 3 other options for tidying up other anomalies and or other problems in it. So it was a really successful meeting. Good. So that's yeah. Now when we click on the next, yes, this was the first. So the Greater Hornby Residents Association organised the Great Easter Egg Hunt, and it was also sponsored by the Lolly Shop in Hornby. So excellent. They had the three parks in our ward: Branston Park, Broomfield Common, and Denton Park. So that was a really, really exciting event and well run by the community, for the community. So that's much appreciated. Watch this space because there'll be more of that to come. The next one, please. If there is a next one. Is that the lot? Well, I'd just like to follow up by saying the Community Garden Awards were held last night, and it was a very, very well attended, very well attended. There was about 180 odd people actually came to receive that. So anyway, and then yeah, it was held at Te Hapua, and the staff did a great job of putting that on. So that was another, you know, a good thing in our ward. But following the two presentations this morning on the quarry issue, one of the things is we've got ECAN saying when we presented to ECAN, that it's a Christchurch City Council issue. It's a land use consent that is an issue. So what we really want, what I'm pleading with is, can we please get a plan change? Can we please get a plan change so that we can get these issues sorted and get a closer relationship with, please, with Christchurch City Council on the land use and ECAN?
Yeah, no, look, the Chief Executive's just whispered in my ear that obviously the relationship between the two is the same. I've already just explained that we cannot get a plan change on this matter. We put up a proposal for a buffer zone, which was rebuffed by the independent hearings panel. So we don't have the capability organisationally anywhere to actually win that argument. So I'm not going to take a submission from the community board based on a report that hasn't actually been debated by the you know, I mean, it is not a matter that is in front of us today. No, so there is obviously issues that need to be followed up in terms of the close relationship between the council and ECAN in terms of enforcement. Yep. But and I will come and make sure that people are given the opportunity to understand what the key barriers are to changing the Act. But you've just heard the Resource Management Act is all changing. So I don't want to spend any more time on it now. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in order to explain.
Am I able to say, Leanne?
No, I'd rather not have a discussion about it.
I'm quite trained in the RMA, and council could, if it chooses, lodge a plan change. Yes. It will take 2 years, and it will be a long journey.
And it will be unsuccessful, Helen, is my point, because we tried to get this rule written into our district plan.
We can try again, Leanne.
And in 2 years, and if we fail, what will we have achieved apart from a vast amount of expenditure on expert advice and a decision that will not change the plan?
Well, I don't think that's a very good attitude.
I'd rather not have a debate about it at a meeting where you have been asked to report on your council activity, your community board activities.
And we have been. This is an activity we have been involved in.
Yeah, and can I just say on another issue on air quality, which is ECAN's issue. Mike and I went out with a resident one day. It's 3 years ago. It's a long time ago, and the actual air was filled with particles, which you could actually see. And in my experience with ECAN, they're not. The residents say when they phone up and complain, the ECAN officer does not come out. Now, so that's an issue I can take up.
I've got a degree of irritation happening around the table. Yeah. We have already asked that these issues are being dealt with in relation to the relationship between the council and ECAN. So if we could just leave it there. Anne, would you like to move the acceptance of the report?
I second.
Seconded by Jimmy.
Quickly speak to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Quick debate. Yep.
All right. Have you got a question?
No.
It's quick. We're in debate. It's moved second.
Sorry.
Well, it was just a question on Helen's point was around, is that when it's, which wind is that?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I I just moved us on.
We have the same
from
issue in
that.
our ward when there's a nor'wester. They don't turn up. And then you ring them and ECAN will say, we've got 2 officers.
And we-
It's a nor'west wind.
we
They've
have-
got- getting 100
We
calls.
have already said that we will ask the Chief Executive to raise the enforcement issues with ECAN, because it does sit with
We could
ECAN.
put it in our submission.
Yes, yes, we've
Yes.
got a submission to ECAN on the agenda today, and we
Thank you.
we can do that.
Thanks,
So-
debate. Yeah, it's very quick. Just to say that we are putting in our LTP submission to ECAN the need to have an activity level of service about how they respond to complaints about air quality.
Yes.
I would encourage everyone that's concerned today
Yep.
to please make submissions to ECAN on their long-term plan, asking for a level of service about responsiveness to air quality complaints. We've already
Thank
got it in our submission. We have put it in, and we'll certainly be speaking to it later today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy?
Thank you, the Halswell-Hornby-Riccarton Community Board, to present to us so positive things. Particularly, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the chair of the community board. This time is totally different from the previous time. This time actually working together collaboratively, also working together with the community. So they raise this kind of issue, the cultural galore, will be successful, particularly over the last 22 years. Hornby, the center, my understanding, even now, every day have people pass through to monitor what's the progress and update status. It means long-awaited the facility for the wider Hornby area. And nice stream one, we just shift those community board meeting to the nice stream primary school. We can attract more local people can turn out. That's good, the change, but the change that's actually is a transformation. But regarding the community board and the 2 kind of the residents, the particular on behalf of the community, to raise this issue. This is a big issue because they already get some evidence, This crystallized silicon or this PM10, they will affect the physical body, That's quite serious issue. So my view, now we'll make the submission through the long-term plan to the ECAN. Also, I encourage community and also community individually make the submission to the ECAN. We resolve this problem as quickly as possible. Otherwise, we council still not bear our responsibility because there's a particular critical health issue.
Thank you. I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, I've got the